All right, another movie review. Mr. Christopher Robins, created by Mark Forrester. Now, what I like about this movie itself, that dialogue, the angles, the camera view, it was excellent. I'll give it that. The writing could have been a lot better in a way, but I just want to say in this, in the background, the exposition. Let's get into it. So Christopher Robin is a young boy. He had his childhood characters like Tigger, Eeyore, Piglet, Winnie the Pooh. And Winnie the Pooh, for the most part, for me, I believe Winnie the Pooh is one of his emotions that, he's really cool, like to do nothing, but still enjoy the amenities of this world. Therefore, you had Tigger, who was very joyful, ecstatic about life, and going around, like to sort of organize things and come up and go on different adventures. Then you have Piglet, who is a little more concerned on the side, a little worried about things in life, and making sure that no type of negative entities consumes them. Then you have I think you have the other character, Eeyore. Of course, that's more about his depression and anxiety type of side in his gloomy days. But with this movie, man, I like how in the movie it starts off with him as a little boy. He was with him in this adventure before he was sent off to boarding school by his father. Now, when he was in boarding school, his father passed, so it caused him to mature more quickly. He had to he actually up growing up, and he promised them before he went to work school that he wasn't going to neglect his childhood. He was going to come back eventually, when he's enjoys his life and become a man. But as time progressed, that necessarily didn't happen. So he ended up joining the British Army in World War II, and therefore he met Evelyn, which is his wife. He met Evelyn on the train station. And Evelyn was a unique character. She was an architect, and he met her and everything. They had a daughter named Madeline. Now, he after the war, he came back from the war, and he took on this job at Winslow's luggage expenditure company. It was a really promising company in 1940s and during at London, and so therefore he was like one of the leading assistants there. And he had a command. He had some big job that he had to lower the expenditure by 20%. And the only way for him to do that, he had to pretty much, these big companies want to eliminate these employees, man. The companies want to save as much money as possible. So the employees, people was counting on him to, to find some type of way. The employees was like, listen, I want to keep my job. It's still a way that, the company can still save money. It's a way you can talk to the CEOs, because I can't leave my job like this. Yeah, it's hard to find work. So he was on this huge command demand, but at the same time, he wanted to do something elsewhere, the CEO. So it's really starting to continue with him just moving forward, and he couldn't balance his work life with his family life. Now, the conflict really kind of started when they were supposed to go out of town for the weekend on the countryside, on the cottage side, and he turned that down because he had to present this information to this company. It was either that or his family. Now, this is when he really had an ideology, because he really wanted to. His plan was to, move up in this company and put his daughter into boarding school, but Madeline didn't want that. So he broke it down to his family that I was able to make it. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. So of course Evelyn was upset. They went on anyway. Madeline was screaming, just pouting, just throwing things on the ground, and until she discovered his childhood friends. Okay, the things like Eeyore, Piglet, Winnie the Pooh. She kind of discovered these type of characters that was insinuating him, and how he built this life. And she was like, "But Dad, I just want you. I want to be with you. I don't want to go to boarding school. That's not my agenda." So it was really touching that point. But they went off, and he was kind of a little upset, depressed, so he kind of sat down. Till then, we go on to Pooh's side, Pooh's world. Pooh was like, "Okay, nigga, it's been a long time. Where's my boy Christopher Robin at? Where is he?" So he got up and was like, "Okay, let me go into this world, see where he is." He ended up on the campus, man, and he found him. And he was talking to him. He was like, "Hey," he was like, Christopher Robin's like, "Pooh, how did you get here? What the heck?" And now that's when they go into this journey. He had him, he took him, and his neighbor started to notice. He's like, "What is that? Something talking?" He's like, "Oh, no, this is just a disease. I was talking to myself. This is a cat. You don't want this. It's like," he's like, "I love cats." He's like, "No, this cat is terrible." So he went into the car. He went to this house, whatever, man, and it was just discovering things. And he let Pooh stay with him for a few days. And Pooh was tearing up stuff. He wanted honey. He was just all antagonizing him, asking him all these questions. And he was just like, "How come you just can't relax? Where's where's your family? You know, he's how do you know about all of this? Like, he was just all in his business. So more of the movie moving forward, he ended up, just taking him back to his homeland because Pooh was just pretty much creating a disturbance. In that particular time, of course, I got a red balloon. Pooh just wanted, he was talking through the dialogue, and I love the emotional connection that Alex Bradley and the other writers was really doing, with Pooh. He was like, listen, where's your family? Do not put work first. Your family always come first. It's your legacy. We love you, but at the same time, I don't want you seeing this. I don't want you being unhappy at the same time. You've been angry a lot. I mean, what's the last time you did this and dance and have fun? It's not the same Christopher Robin. He was like, listen, I'm an adult. I have responsibilities. And he couldn't understand that. He had a demanding job. This things that he had to do. So he was going back and forth with Pooh. Till then, he finally, took him back. And then Pooh talked him in. He was like, hey, where's Tigger? Where's Eeyore? Where's Piglet? Where are these other people? Where are the other characters at? So he went back there, man. He was like, okay. So he ended up discovering them, and then he found Eeyore because Pooh disappeared and he got lost in the world. So Eeyore was about to just kill himself. He was all depressed, and then he tried to jump in, and from the waterfall picked him up. He said, where is everyone? He was like, everyone is getting scared. Everyone is leaving and just hiding from the Wolfaloon. He said a Wolfaloon. It's not such thing as a Wolfaloon. And then the Wolfaloon is pretty much just like a fantasy type of antagonistic character in a movie. Okay, it was like a big elephant in a way. So he was like, okay, the Wolfaloon. So anyway, they got the Wolfaloon and everything. He pretended to defeat the Wolfaloon. That's when Tigger and all the other characters came. I was like, that is Christopher Robin. What's going on? So they went on this good adventure, had musicals and all that stuff, but he had to go back. Now, knowing that he left his briefcase of important documents, I'm going to fast forward this, but he left his briefcase, went back home, and then, the characters was like, oh my God, he left his briefcase. We have to go find him. Since he saved us from the Wolfaloons, we're going to do this in return and save him, give him the papers in time for his presentation. So this was the whole adventure. That's when they actually found out and discovered his daughter, Madeline. They had Madeline help him out to find his father and his mother as well. So mother was trying to find the daughter, so they all coming together. And as I guess the wind blew, she slipped and fell. All the papers was flying all through London, so she only grabbed one, but that one particular paper was all the charts, and so therefore he was able to talk to his boss about what was going on, and the other CEOs, and therefore boom, the kids, the people and the employees was able to keep their jobs. And people was praising him, and he kind of understood this, that life is more important. Like, family is your legacy. Family's important. I understand you got to have a 9 to 5 or a job, some type of career. You want to move up so you can have more money, put food on the table. But at the same time, when you're a man, you got a family, you can't go by your own personal agendas. You have to emotionally connect with your wife, your kids, because at the end of the day, they're human beings too, and they have dreams. And this is what I kind of got from this movie, man. The movie was decent. I liked it, man. I give it a 7.4 out of 10. You can go ahead and watch this movie if you want, but this movie overall wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I feel like the writing of this movie could have been a little bit better, but with the Christopher Robin movie, it's okay. It's watchable, man. I might purchase this on DVD per se, but that's all I gotta say, man. Thank you for the new subscribers and the old subscribers. Thank you for the support. You guys continue to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. It's Christopher Robin movie. It was okay. It was cool. I'm out.